Is up, I think. Do we? Yes. Mark from Menlo. Hey, Mark, how are you doing? Good to see you. How's everything? Menlo Venture Partners. Nice to see you. Andy's here from the Vegas Tech Fund. Nice to see you again. Tony Shea couldn't make it. I know he's traveling. How's everything going with the Vegas Tech Fund?
Doing fantastic so far.
How many investments has the Vegas Tech Fund done?
We have done 20, and we have another 10 that we're committed to. They're out finishing up their rounds.
Does the company need to move to Vegas to get the money?
That is certainly the goal, yes.
Yes, okay. And Greg is here from TAG. Good to see you, Greg. Robert Scoble is back. And Damien is here from Media Temple.
I'm filling in for somebody, which proves the value of putting your phone number on the internet so that your team can call me at 1 in the morning. And
yeah, they're like, hey,
we need somebody to fill in.
All right, you guys are going to love this one. Please welcome to the stage Crypto. Crypto, sorry.
Wow. Thank you.
Oh, hey, wait a second. Okay, the screen's up. Yeah, go ahead.
Thanks. Do you remember David Petraeus, the head of the CIA that couldn't keep his secret? Well, you might ask yourself, why not? Because the CIA obviously has encryption technology to do secure communications, as does any other government, and even Al-Qaeda has had this for years. Chances are he just couldn't be bothered, because when faced with the choice between security and convenience, we always choose convenience. Let me introduce you to Crypho, the team collaboration tool that is as secure as it is easy to use. My co-founder, Yiorgis here, is going to show us how he uses Crypho to stay in touch with our legal team back home in Norway while we are here. We're without video. Hang on just for a second. And we're on. Now he logs on using his... Okay, hang on just a sec while we get the video right. You're okay. There. Okay. Oh, you have only that. Sorry about this.
No problem.
He logs on with his passphrase and also gets a security code on his phone for two-factor authentication. Once logged in, he's presented with a list of his spaces. A space is a team collaboration area only for invited members. Inside the space, he can, together with Lynn and Thomas, the lawyers, chat in real time, work collaboratively on notes, and share files. Now, the key difference to similar tools like Basecamp and Yammer and Google is that all of the data is encrypted before it even leaves the browser for the network. Since the encryption keys are held by the team members, Lynn and Yiorgis and Thomas, no one can decrypt the data, not even us. So in the unlikely case that a government would seize the servers or hackers would get access to our database, all of the data would be useless to them. Now, Yiorgis heads over to the nodes and updates his social security number in the employee data as Lynn has requested. And he can also upload the financial data files that she's asked for. Now, again, even before they're sent over the network from the browser, the files are encrypted with 256-bit encryption. What? 256-bit encryption, the strongest recommended standard for top secret documents. Now, you didn't see that happening. It's because the most essential part of the application, the key management and encryption, is hidden to the user. It is also completely built in. It is not an option. You can't screw it up. We built Crypho because we think that everyone should have access to secure communications without having to sacrifice convenience. Join the demo, the beta, at crypho.com. We're also considering fundraising. If you're interested, contact us at founders@crypho.com.
So here's an example of a pitch that just didn't get to what the pain is that you're solving and who you should specifically be talking to. And I have an idea for you, because if you're a salesperson in China, for instance, China listens in to the conversations that are going on here. So if you're working at Apple Computer, for instance, and somebody's putting a CAD drawing in, you need to make sure that's encrypted from the government's prying eyes. You need to come up to the bar of pitching it that way so that we get hot and bothered about, oh, there's a use case here, because none of us really care about this stuff. You can read my email. Anybody want my email? I'll give it to you. There's nothing secret in there. My email's not secret. My whole life's public. So I really, for me, the crypto just doesn't engage me. But if I was somebody working at Apple and I was over in China all the time working with people in Cupertino, or if I was visiting places that allow the government to look at the communication, and they have an incentive to rip me off, I would be very concerned about this. Right.
Right.
I also think that when you pitch this as a product for governments to use, that to me, in general, says it's a small market. And so, for instance, there's tons of secure email out there. I haven't seen necessarily around the social communication products so much, but secure email is a big problem to be solved, but it's only a big problem when the corporate world cares about it. You can sign up government clients, they'll pay you good money, but you can't really build, I think, a big company around just the government. So I do wish you pitched this as more, what's the problem we're solving for the mainstream company, employee, or consumer.
Yeah. We see this as a tool that will work easily within companies, even in smaller businesses in legal and financial sector, for instance.
Okay, I think that should come out though in the pitch, because that I think is a big market.
This is an example of the use case in the pitch being critical. If the use case, which in this case we didn't have a use case, it was just somebody putting in a social security number and trading some documents, it was hard to relate to who might use this. So it's a good lesson for entrepreneurs that the examples we use really truly does matter when we're working with judges and VCs.
So this seems like a feature that Yammer could just add.
Yeah.
Yeah, the issue is that the way, like with encryption and key management happening in the browser, you can't stitch this onto an existing project because you can't do anything on the server anymore, where almost all the technology of Yammer, for instance, is built. You have to build the entire infrastructure again and have everything living on the client.
Gotcha.
Okay. So, and this is where the pitch would have been clearer if we knew what you were selling and who you were selling for and how much you were selling for. If you're selling a tool for Apple to use with its employees worldwide so that it keeps its secrets, then I could see, oh, the CTO is going to pay for $20 a seat for this to make sure that they have a secure communication channel, just like the government has when you go to an aircraft carrier, right? Is that what you're selling, or are you selling something else that I'm
Yeah, I think you're right, and we probably need to make it clearer. This is primarily a business tool, absolutely.
And what does it cost? Is it going to be free for a couple of spaces and then freemium? What's your plan?
Probably looking at something like $100 a month for a space.
For one space?
For one space or 3 spaces.
And what does it cost you to provide a space? Is there some major cost that would make it $100 a space? Why not free and for 5 and then $1 for each additional space?
You could, but security is considered a pricey thing compared to premium consumer features normally. And it's also going to be a lot less widespread than the average consumer tool.
Great. Let's hear it for Crypho. Well done.